Alrighty, welcome back, and I just finished, literally this is right after the last episode, so I just finished selling all the stuff that I don't need so I could get more money to buy engines and aircraft for this carrier, as well as more weapons if I, deem fit. I don't know if what I have will be enough. I don't know if I will have the weight capacity to add more. All of that remains to be seen. So, for carriers, I would say shoot for 8 to 10 boilers instead of 12. So we were looking at engines. We want to, I would say, shoot for 8 to 10 boilers instead of 12. You saw the boilers are significantly bigger. 12 is just too many, so don't worry about that. Still 4 turbines. You don't want to skimp out on those. Those are the main thing that get you your speed in the first place. And so now I'm actually going to remove the load lift because I will have to figure out where that's going, later on. And so we will put the engines on right now, and let's do the boilers first, I guess. It won't matter too much because I'm gonna have to alternate them with the turbines. You know what? Maybe I will do the turbines first. Yeah. How do I want to do this? Let me think. Let's put a turbine, and I'm going to have to offset them too, but 2 boilers, like this. Bring the turbine down, of course. And then there, I want to center this as much as possible, so that's why I'm doing it this way. And like that. Yep, that's it. And you can see, oh man, look at our weight already. Jeez, I can't just not have armor on this thing, because it's just going to sink like a rock if I don't have armor, so I don't have a choice there. Guns, I don't know if these are even going to be able to go on here without burning up too much weight capacity, but we will see. They are pretty heavy, but I think I can do it. Maybe I should put the requirements on first, like this load lift. You can have more than one, and that will significantly increase your aircraft launch intervals, or, well, decrease the intervals, increase the amount of aircraft you can get off in a short amount of time. But as you saw, that cost 5,000, that load lift, and as you also saw, we're kind of pinched for money. So I had to skimp out on another load lift, unfortunately. So I'm going to get rid of the other main gun turret because I would rather have room for secondary armaments such as high-angle guns and machine guns. And I just realized I put these in the wrong spot. Remove, yes. We want those down here, like so. And oh, what the heck? That's a random low spot. I'll put a searchlight there. Yeah, so we want machine guns up here. And so we're gonna... Yep, I'm really more picky than I need to be here. I do have one video up. The very first Naval Ops Warship Gunner video that I put up was just a test for this new microphone, and I think it went pretty well, and most of that, or at least the beginning of that, was me designing a carrier. So that's on the channel if you want to go check that out, but that was just a test for the new microphone to make sure it was working and that the sound quality was good and that the audio balance was good too, so that one thing wasn't significantly louder than something else. And obviously the test went well because here I am making this LP. So this is going to be fun. I'm about to go over my weight limit, aren't I? Yep, that's all I can put. I just have to rearrange things so that it looks better, because I'm weird. So, I want to put that there. I'll probably just, in order to make it look better, I'll just space everything a little more. So, like, put that there. Not that. This on the other side. Slide that back. And then... and put this over here in between these, and slide it down, slide that down, down, down. Slide it down, slide it down, slide everything down. And you get the high angles here. We'll just spread these out a little bit. You know what I could do to save on weight a little bit is actually bring everything closer to the middle. And, you know, it's not the midpoint of the ship that matters so much. It's how tightly packed everything is together. So all the heavy stuff, like the bridges and the guns, the engines, anything that's like big or heavy or crucial to the ship, including that load lift and these high angle guns, will extend the what do they call it? The vital point, or VP, of the ship. So if you have a really long VP, and you can see this machine gun is so light that it doesn't affect it at all, but if I slide the high angle gun out there, see how the weight goes up? That's because it puts more armor farther. The more armor you have, the heavier your ship is. So if you keep the armor in the middle, you don't have as much armor on the ship, or at least you don't have as much on the extreme ends of the ship where you don't really need it anyways. So if you tuck everything closer to the middle, like that, then you can actually save on weight a little bit. Like so. So I could add more stuff here as long as I don't push out my VP anymore. Now, there's no way to see your VP here in this game, but in Warship Gunner 2, it actually has a bar at the bottom that tells you your VP. So what we want are searchlights. I would say always put searchlights on your ship. They're really, really helpful in night missions, of which we've already seen a few, so you know they're here. Might as well prepare for them, right? Cannot place any more. So you can't have more than 4 searchlights on a carrier. Good to know. So I'm going to drag this one over here, again, just for looks. But there we go. That is our carrier so far. The other thing we have to do is put aircraft on it. I have all my equipment. I have engines. I have the armament. So yeah, all that's left is aircraft, and I don't have any aircraft right now because I haven't bought any yet. So we're going to go ahead and sell that one gun because I'm not using it for 300. That might help me get another. I'm going to sell anything I'm not using, actually, like all of these. Just to kind of help me get some planes, because I need money for planes. So fighters will use machine guns to defend themselves and torpedoes to attack enemy ships. Usually, not in every case, but these lower level ones will. Speed is an important factor. Night is very important. If you're looking at a mission briefing and it says it's a night mission, keep that in mind when you are deciding whether or not you want to use your carrier, and, you know, depending on which aircraft you have. So you can see this one has 325 speed, this one has 408. Neither one of them can do night, but if we look at other things, okay, so this game doesn't show it. Warship Gunner 2, every aircraft has its own specific amount of health too, and it doesn't seem to show that here. I don't see it anywhere. So the main thing you want to look at really is speed and whether or not it can do night missions. So I'm just gonna buy, like, because I'm kind of on a budget here, I'm gonna buy 6 of these fighters. I'm gonna buy interceptors are very important. So I already see a couple of them that can do night missions and a couple that can't. So I'm going to completely ignore the ones that can't do night missions. And I'm not even, like, even if one of these non-night missions ones, yeah, see, that's the fastest one, but it can't do night missions. So this one's a little slower, but it can do night, which is what I want. So we want to get a bunch of those. And these are the only scouts I have. You need these on carriers to deal with submarines because you don't have any other means of dealing with subs, so you want lots of those. You want bombers. Bombers also have machine guns, but instead of torpedoes, they have bombs. So bombs can hit ships and land targets. So they are pretty helpful. None of these guys can do night. Now if we look here, the speed and the night condition is the same for both of them. So now we need to look at the weapons. So we have a 7-point 9.2mm aerial machine gun, and a 250 kilogram bomb. Now, if we look at the other one, it has pretty much everything the exact same, except it has a bomb that is 2 times bigger. So that's the one you want to take. So when 2 planes look pretty much identical in this little menu, you'll have to press square and get a closer look at what's going on. So this one has bigger bombs. That's the one that I want. So we want 6 of those, and you can see I just barely had enough money to get all of those planes. Every carrier hull has its own amount of aircraft that it can put on it. This can only have 8 because it's a German carrier, and it's, you know, the first German carrier. So I want 2 fighters, I want 3 interceptors, and you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of the fighters. I'm going to get bombers instead of fighters because they're pretty much just as good at dealing with ships, and I want 3 scouts. Scouts have, usually, scouts have machine guns to defend themselves and depth charges to deal with submarines. Aerial drop depth charges, and interceptors typically just have machine guns, and that's all they do. They're usually the fastest kind, and their sole purpose in life is to shoot down other aircraft, and that's all they do. But that's what you want, because you want interceptors to protect the rest of your planes from other aircraft. So yeah, that's all I can do there. I definitely can't put on any higher armor. Aircraft, auxiliary, equipment, engines, and armament. It looks like we are good to go. This carrier is all done. It is kind of, you know, crappy as carriers go, but it's the first carrier, and it's a German carrier, so we can't expect much from it. I knew this, you know, when I picked the Germans. I knew it was going to be tricky designing a lot of these ships, but that's why I did it, because, you know, a challenge is kind of fun, especially when I've been playing this series of games as much as I have. I've designed a lot of ships, and I want to make it a little harder for myself, and that's exactly what's going on. So it's a really great thing. This video is going to be just a little bit shorter, but I don't have anything else to do other than start a new mission, and I'm not going to get through another mission in a minute. So for now, I'm going to cut the episode here and probably end this recording session, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you for watching, and have a good one.